talk to you guys about, we're going to take some calls in a little bit. And we're going to hear some stories about some crazy mother-in-laws because we really...
I don't have a great story. Mine's
really
just nice.
Which is great, which is, honestly,
no, it's a blessing.
I was going to use that exact word. It's a blessing. But I do want to give you guys some advice because I think like I said, I took some of it from watching from my own family.
Right.
And, you know... And again, you're going to hear some of these stories because they're fucking crazy. But, you know, because things do get toxic. And then when they do get toxic, that's bad. But before it gets toxic, there are some things that I suggest. And one thing is to have a thick skin. Think about Grandma Rose every time. Think, you know.
What would Grandma Rose do? Say it over and over. Wwgrd. What would Grandma Rose do?
You got to have a thick skin because you know what? Your in-law might come to your house and she might point out
that your rug looks a little dirty.
Yeah, your rug's
you
dirty.
Don't want your kids crawling on that, do you? The germs.
You know what? She's leaving in 45.
Yeah, tough it out.
Just tough it out.
Go fucking take a shot in the back and then get the fucking rug cleaned after she leaves and you don't have to hear her again.
Another great advice that I think a lot of you can take is it's okay to keep your distance. So your husband or your boyfriend can keep a relationship with his mother. You don't have to be there for every single thing.
Right.
If you have an in-law that makes you a little crazy, like say, you know what, you go out with your mom tonight, go celebrate, whatever.
And then if
I'm
she
staying
asks why you didn't come, he has to be on your team and said, she wanted me and you to have some quality time together. Therefore, you will rise up in the daughter-in-law scale. Because she's sacrificing being with her husband so he could be with his mom.
I'm so glad you talked about a team because your partner is going to play a key role in this.
Yeah, he has to have your back.
Especially during, I mean, truly, even before marriage, just coming in, there's a new hierarchy.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a little jarring for moms to
Absolutely.
be like, whoa. So your partner, your boyfriend, your husband is going to have a huge key player in this because he needs to make the transition smooth.
Yeah.
I tell Denny this all the time. I'm like, because he'll sometimes bust my balls in front of my mother-in-law and he doesn't understand. I'm like, don't. I want to be like
look at me like an angel.
Yes, I want to walk into your room and your mom be like, "Wow, like I know he's good
being
for
taken
life."
care
You know
of,
what I mean? Like please don't make jokes how I fucked up the laundry this week. Right?
Yeah,
I never
way to throw me right under the bus.
Yes, he always does that, and I'm like, he's like, she doesn't care, and I'm like, but you don't understand. Like,
I care.
She thinks she's gonna hang on to that one thing wrong that you thought was a joke, but now she's thinking that I leave the clothes in the dryer for a week, which I
and then
do.
when you do get in a fight with her, she's gonna be like, you don't even know how to do my son's laundry. You leave the fucking clothes in there for I don't even know how long. She's gonna hold on to that in her fucking bank.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She's gonna put it in her iPhone notes and she's gonna remember it when she needs it.
But when some of y'all are having these hard issues with your mother-in-law and your boyfriend, your partner is not on your team, they need to smarten up quickly. Because if they're not on your team, it's never going to fucking work out. It makes it a lot easier to smile and take abuse from your mother-in-law when you come home and your husband is appreciative of it and recognizes it.
I think that's major too. The husband needs to set you up for success. He needs to be like, oh my God, I can't wait for you to meet her. All she does is talk about you and how she hopes that you guys have such a connection and that you guys blah, 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 because you're the one who raised me. And then girls, the first thing you say when you meet a mom is, I can't even believe the son that you raised. Done. Claps right out the gate. Start it with a banger. So then everything you say after that, she already likes you for commending the raising that she's done of this child. Then you want to make sure that the husband is always appreciative. And you need to express appreciation to your girl and be like, thank you for tolerating her. I know you can't stand her, but it's so important in the dynamic of this relationship that we all get along.
And Tracy, and one thing you have to remember is no matter what, if she's the biggest CUNT in the world, it's Tuesday. Still his mother.
Yeah.
It's still his mother.
She birthed him and he will always choose her over you.
Always.
I mean, she's not going anywhere.
She's not going anywhere.
Until she dies.
Thank you, Alan. She's not going anywhere.
Yeah, until she dies, you're stuck with her. So
and you know what?
Put up with it.
You know what? Your husband, your boyfriend, whoever it is, I promise if you make an effort, we'll appreciate you more.
Yeah.
I promise.
Sure.
You know,
particularly if they're like...
If he sees them being assholes, right?
And like if you... as someone that like with my mom, I know she can be
a
probably
handful.
like a whole list of everything you said. But like I know, and I have to talk to Rachel sometimes and be like, look, I know she's being annoying. I'm annoyed. We just have to kind of deal with it. Like, we just have to keep
love
going.
You guys are on the
that.
same team.
Yes,
you guys take
same
the hit
team.
together.
Because the thing is,
Take
like,
the bullet.
It's your wife. You're
And
on the team.
let Alan come out and say, let Alan be the one that comes out. I know she's annoying. Don't ever be the one to be like, your
Oh my
mom's
God.
fucking annoying.
Don't ever. Oh my
Ever.
God. Don't ever. Please. Don't ever tell
Even
your
if it's
husband that his
true.
mom's annoying. He will instantly go into defense mode. That is his fucking sunrise and sunset.
What do you mean my mom's annoying?
What do you
It's like,
mean?
nah, she's fucking annoying. You know it. You grew up with her.
Oh my God. These are all things that are huge no's. Don't tell your man that his mom is annoying, please.
Another thing you can really do is you got to firm up boundaries, okay? So can she come by your house unannounced?
Nope.
You got to set that rule up right away, and you have to stick with it. Does she have an opinion on the children? Nope. If you got to let her come in, but draw a line in the
Yeah,
sand
like
somewhere.
my mother-in-law
And
was
stick with it.
really big on putting undershirts on all the kids. She used to give my sister-in-law such a hard time, who's her daughter. Why doesn't Jordan have an undershirt on? And she'd be like, Mom, because she gets hot. She plays in school all day, whatever it is. But then she never gave me a hard time. She never asked me. And I think maybe it was because like I have this weird thing where I sometimes look evil. And I think my mother-in-law is not scared of me in any way, but just like
She don't want to fuck with
she
you.
just doesn't want to deal with me. I think she's just
Truthfully,
like,
neither do
if,
I.
Yeah, no, if she, I don't think anybody does. I think she may have been like to Corey, like the kids should be wearing undershirts, but she would never say it to me. And I always laughed about that. I'm like, because I watched her yell at Raven, like, why doesn't she have an undershirt on? But like never to me. And I was like, I'm not fucking washing one extra article of clothing a day.
Well, here's a little trick that you can do, and it's to pretend to listen but don't.
Yeah, like
So-
when they hang out with the mother-in-law, put a fucking t-shirt under
Done.
them.
You
and you
saved
never have
so
to do
much
it
of a
ever
headache.
again.
I forgot what movie it is, but there's a movie that this woman, every time her mother-in-law comes over, she takes out every ugly thing that her mother-in-law bought her that she's been hiding, and she puts it out.
Amazing.
They do that on How I Met Your Mother because Marshall's mom is from like Minnesota, and she sends a ton of moose stuff. So whenever she comes over, they're
Stop.
like, and all of these
shit
ugly
everywhere.
moose shit.
That's
Like they're wearing
amazing.
a sweater that like he's the top half of the moose, she's the bottom half.
Stop.
It's incredible.
That's
Pretend
perfect.
to listen.
Just fucking suck it
if she
up.
fucking comes in and for the last 10 visits has been complaining about she doesn't like your palm tree, fucking hide it when she
Hide
comes
the
over.
palm tree.
It's not that hard to do.
Yeah, as long as there's no surprise visits, which needs to be established.
Correct.
Because
That's huge.
also, your husband needs to low key not be like we may be fucking when you walk in, but give her the
God.
yeah. But like you need to scare her into like, Ma, you never want to walk into something you don't want to see. So like you gotta always knock and give us a few minutes. Like, hey, I'm headed your way. Like you gotta have the husband do that because.
See, I've got a blanket that my mom gave Rachel and I for Christmas that we already know, like, before they come up and visit, we're going to have to wash. And it's the worst blanket in the world because they got photo printed it's a picture
your
of Rachel
face.
and I, and
Yeah.
it's our faces. And it's like 6 feet tall. And I'm like,
I have
why
one of those of the
fuck
kids.
would I ever want my face?
Yo, every time they come over, they're going to be looking for that.
Yeah.
So instead of like,
Have a mother-in-law box.
bingo.
Put all of
love
it
it.
in one box.
I love
and then
it.
when they come out, you know where everything is and you display it real quick. And then if she's like, oh, why was this in a different place? Be like, oh, I just feel like it's so beautiful. I want people to see it from different spots.
I love that. That's great advice.
Fucking lie up and down to your mother-in-law. That's really what we're telling you.
Really, what you don't want to do is you don't want to bait her. You want to kill her with kindness. You never want to be rude. You want to, at the end of the day, the key word is you should respect your mother-in-law. One day you are going to be in that role yourself. So once in a while, try to picture yourself in their shoes. You really, it's a good thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if all else fails, if you've tried all these things, you've put the smile on, you've tried your hardest, and the relationship is really suffering. I mean, and you have to end it. It's something that I never ever suggest. Like, and again, we're gonna call some people, and you're gonna hear some crazy
You're gonna hear
mother-in-law
some
stories.
fucked up shit today.
Don't forget, guys, new clips air every Thursday. So see you next Thursday.
hosted on dimlywit.com.
Even though we are not your best examples,
We're the best you've got.
so cheers, bitches.
Cheers. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for updates, and if you like this clip, share it with a friend.